try to do those haircuts. You try to do those designs. Very difficult, isn't it? Well, he used the advantage of having dirty hair because when people shampoo their hair the first time, it's too soft. Hard to do stuff. Well, I can make it rock and roll dirty and you still have clean hair and not be nasty. Now, what other times in a conservative world would you want their hair dirty? Updos. You tell them to come in with dirty hair, but at their scalp it's greasy and gross and you can't get to do anything, so you load it up full of hairspray, trying to dry it out a little bit, right? And then you got a mess. You know, a very fine window to work with. Why not just tell them, come in, I'll shampoo your hair, I'll make it synthetically dirty where I want it dirty, and I'm able to manipulate the hair itself. So think about that. If I'm making this synthetically dirty, right? If you were naturally dirty, it would be pretty consistent all over your head, right? Well, that was the downfall of these in the 90s when they first came out all over the industry, is everyone would spray them right on the top. Well, that's fantastic. That's great if you just had dirty hair on top and underneath's clean. Well, that looks terrible. So what is the idea? That you want to get it all through the hair, right? But it looks good when it's messy. So why do we have to make it messy? We comb it out. What are you doing? Leave it messy, right? So think of a way. How can I put this in and keep it messy at the same time? My hair dryer. I took my nozzle off, I blow dry the hair, and as I'm drying it, I'm spraying my product all the way through the hair. See how it's starting to rhythm it together? I go all the way through all of it. See, it's starting to separate my haircut, and I'm able to see all the texture. And you notice her curls are starting to come out. Now remember, this is Asian hair. I'm getting these curls to come out. Pretty crazy, right? Some of that has to do with the process they go through, and some of it has to do with actually what you're doing when you cut. But see how it looks? See that area looks dry? I go in that area and spray. Now what's happening while I'm doing this? Could I not use hairspray? Could I use spray shine? Yes. Depending on the level of how hard or crunchy you want. Hairspray is going to make it what? Crunchy. So what kind of hair am I going to use that on? Probably really fine hair that you need some to it. This is probably for medium hair to even coarser hair. Super coarse hair. Say even some Asian hair. What would I mostly use? I use a tiny bit of this, and then I use mostly spray shine. Why? Because the shine is going to give them that texture, right? The hair already is going to have that texture inside of it. I need more shine to create that. And see, I just keep doing this side, and it gives you sort of a lived-in, rugged look, right? It didn't look like you just came from the hair salon. I do a lot of photo shoots for rock and roll guys who want to do their album covers, and you have to see when they do their own hair. It's just pretty horrible. And I have to talk them through it. I'm like, look, man, this is what you're going to do. You're going to mess your hair up this way. Use it and leave it alone. Leaving texture in your hair. The whole point in rock and roll hair is that it is messy, right? At this point, you could leave it. Or you could go, okay, I need more hold. I can even use gel. Now, that's one of the things. This is not going to be dry when I do that, right? So as I put it on my fingertips, I'm going to need to dry it and let it go. If you notice when I'm using the hair dryer, I actually have it on a hot setting, so when I spray it in, it instantly dries. You ever try to spray stuff in and it's all wet and gross and then you leave it down and it's globbed together? I'm drying it and look at the volume, and you never saw me like pump it up. It's pumped up on its own, didn't it? Why? Frontal ridge is here. I cut short on the frontal ridge. If you cut short on the frontal ridge, what does it do? Lift up. I took the hair dryer, heated it up, sprayed it in, and allowed it to puff up naturally. That means your hair will be like that all day. You could go in and use a little hairspray afterwards. Of course you could do those things. You could use spray shine, do the exact same thing, not spraying it on top, going in and using the hair dryer, blow drying it in.